Welcome back to another episode of Meet Us in the Trenches. Hey, be sure to call in, y'all. We 410-929-6835. I'm your host, Coach Said, and unfortunately, Tan won't be in tonight because, some unforeseen circumstances. She won't be in, but get well, Tan. And making me go dolo solo. But it's all right, though. I'll see you in 2 weeks. But we got a great show tonight. Well, shout out to our sponsors, Tone Drone Productions, Brainstream Media, Play It Again Sports, Timonium, and Moe's Seafood. Come check us out, man. Moe's Seafood, Pulaski Highway. Come get them crab cakes. I'm telling you, man, it's hitting. Come get them crab cakes. We got a great show tonight. We got guest Omarr Smith, Baltimore City College 3A state champions, and namesake Omarr Smith Jr., 3A state champ, MVP in the building. We got Malcolm Noodles Gasque, international football player, agent, and personal trainer. Man, I tell you, that's going to be great right there. That's going to be great. But intro. College basketball, right? Final Four. So we got, we got all number one seeds since, that hasn't happened since 2008. I got that info from Coach Omarr. He just put me D. He's the basketball man, so he told me. But Michigan messed that up. They really messed that up. All they let Auburn beat them. But it's all number one seeds since 2008. You got Auburn versus Florida. You got Duke versus Houston. Tell us your predictions. Call it in, 410-929-6835. Tell us what you think about them Games. College football spring practice. We had something, it's exciting, but them times are exciting, especially around spring practice when you're talking about college football. That's really exciting. We got head coach Deion Sanders from Colorado, and Coach Fran Brown tried to get permission from the NCAA to have the first scrimmage game, but it was to no avail, so they really couldn't do it. I don't know why the NCAA ain't let them do it, maybe because it was Deion who would really spearhead that, and of course they don't want him, they consider him to be big mouth, so they wouldn't give him permission of anybody. But if it was one of them Europeans, yeah, they would have let that ride. Black fact for the day. Got Dr. Charles Drew, born in 1904. Dr. Charles Drew, a renowned surgeon and scientist, was born in Washington, D.C. He is best known for his groundbreaking work in blood storage and transfusion, which was instrumental in saving lives during World War II. World War II, that was big, man. That was big. So let's give a brief synopsis on Trump and President-elect Donald Trump disbanding the National Department of Education. What does that look like? Call in, give us an answer to that, 410-929-6835. What does that look like for giving the states back the rights to run education? What does that look like? Put it in the comments, call it in, and let us know what you think about that. So we'll be back with our first guest, with Malcolm Noodles, international football player, agent, and personal trainer. We'll be right back with Noodles. Cherry Hill.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divides through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.
Welcome back. That's the welcome back Carter version. You don't know nothing about that Mace version. Hey, Tan, I don't know you're looking. It's that welcome back Carter version. Stop playing with me. Shout out to our sponsors, Tone Drone Productions, Brainstream Media, Play It Again Sports, Timonium, and Moe's Seafood. I'm your host, Coach Said. We have the one and only Malcolm Noodles Gasque, international football player, agent, and personal trainer. Malcolm, let me tell you one thing. Just tell me, right? Coming from Cherry Hill, give us a brief synopsis on Cherry Hill, Little League, playing at Baltimore City College. Give us a little brief synopsis of your upbringing and where you from and how'd you do it.
I started off playing in Cherry Hill for the Cherry Hill Eagles at 12 years old. I started a little bit later because I ran track, and I went down to the football field and I got chased by one of the 12 o'clock boys, and I outran the four-wheeler, and it was like up from there. Like, I've been playing football since then.
You outran a four-wheeler, man?
Yeah.
Damn. So playing at City College, playing for, I know you played for Coach Petridis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about playing with Coach Petridis and how y'all do that year. Did y'all beat Poly that year?
So the crazy thing about it, I went to St. Francis on a scholarship playing running back.
Okay.
And then I went to City. Coach Ham brought me in the City, but the rules was if you get reclassified in private school, you couldn't play in public school, so I never got to play for City. I played all the scrimmages, started running back in the summertime, but when the school year started, I never got to play a down for City.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what are your thoughts about your dreams and inspiring and to achieve your dreams coming from where you came from? Like tell us a little bit about that.
So I always looked at coming out of Cherry Hill. If I can make it out of Cherry Hill, I can make it anywhere. Like, I got people that play Little League with me that's either dead or in jail right now. I'm the only one left still playing football, and I've been to 16 different countries and riding on camels and seeing the pyramids coming from Cherry Hill. I'm like, I remember hopping the light rail with no money just to get downtown, and now
right,
I'm like,
right.
I'm living a dream. Like, I done been on Netflix. Man, I've been all over the world. Like, I went to California for college. I went to Buffalo for college. Like, the sky's the limit. Anything is possible. That's the reason why I became an agent, too, to help other people from Baltimore make it out of Baltimore.
So how many professional teams have you played for, and where have you played for these teams?
So I played in Portugal, Brazil, France, Turkey, Egypt, Poland, Ukraine, Germany, Romania. I signed to a team in Canada, but I didn't go because I didn't get vaccinated. I don't believe in getting the needles and getting vaccinated, so I never went to Canada. And I'm on my way to Brazil. I leave in June to go back to Brazil.
So you playing tailback. So that's your position.
Yeah, running back, kick return, punt return.
Wow. So what was one of the biggest games, and what country, and what was one of the biggest games you ever had?
In Brazil, I think I had 4 touchdowns one game and 270-something yards.
200 something yards. So what do you like to run? Like, which schematically, what do you like to run? Do you like zone scheme, or do you like more gap scheme stuff?
I like getting to the outside.
Okay.
Off tackle, straight bounces to the outside because nobody can catch me.
Okay. You still got that speed, huh?
Yeah, I still got that speed.
So how did you, or how do you, and how did you come in contact with those overseas teams in order to play for them?
So when I went to California to play JUCO football, the coach told me all of the out-of-state kids was going to have a place to stay. So when I got there, that's not what happened. So I told him I wasn't going back to Baltimore until I made it. Like, I made it professionally. Somebody going to pay me to play football. So I used to sleep in the football office and would get up before everybody started going to class. And I used to work out on the field. And I used to record it and put it on YouTube. Somebody found me on YouTube, was like, yeah, man, I like what you're doing, grinding every day. Man, you got to get paid to do this, man. And I'm like, the situation I'm in, if I can go pro now, I'm not going to a university. I wound up going pro straight from JUCO, straight to Portugal. And I've been getting signed every year since 2016. Every year I get picked up.
Damn, that's brilliant, man. So tell me, what's the first thing you learned when you first started living abroad? What's the first thing you learned?
Well, I learned, like, growing up in Baltimore, like, a lot of people got this crabs in the barrel mentality. Like, when you're doing something, everybody, they're with you until you start doing a little bit better than them. And when I went overseas, it's like everybody is uplifting each other. Even from being, like, in Cali or going to, like, Atlanta, everybody do stuff together. And that's why I came up with my own movement, Four Leaf, to bring the football players together. Like, we can play a sport where we tackle each other and run each other over. That don't mean we have to hate each other. So from traveling a lot, I see, like, everybody don't have to be angry and against each other, and it's not a competition. Like, we can actually be with each other.
So what would you tell the young kids today in order to make it? Like, because, you know, all these young kids think that it's all about the NFL, it's all about D1, and, you know, that's how they think. Because that's what they see on TV all the time, right? So I don't think they know any other way because nobody even teaches them, or that's not what they see. Explain to them, or how would you explain to them that it is another way, and it ain't always got to be D1, and it ain't always got to be the NFL? Like, explain to them that.
Right, I feel like the kids see just the NFL, what's on TV, but so I use my platform to show these different countries and show, like, me buying jewelry and going on vacations to Bahamas, so they can see that you really can make money overseas. It's just the investments that you make and the smart decisions you make with your money. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to be a millionaire to enjoy life. So I use my platform, my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, my TikTok to show every move. Like, it's for motivational purpose only. Like, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to show off. I'm trying to show these kids, just because you don't make it to the NFL, that you can't go overseas and take care of your family.
So, finances, is it comparable and is it comfortable to live playing the sport of football in another country?
Yeah, if you saving your money and you're not splurging, like, it's all about investments. Like, so if you saving your money, you're not splurging, you don't have to do nothing else but play football. Because you got investments, like, you know how we got Nike and Under Armour? They got different brands over there that will pay you to wear their stuff. Even the gyms will pay you to hold classes or just to show up. So it's ways to make money overseas. You just got to know how to do it.
Wow. So personal training, how long you been doing that? And do you personal train in the other countries, or do you mainly do that here?
So I do personal training all over the world. So that's why I don't call myself a personal trainer. I call myself the international trainer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So, personal training, I never really, like, took it too serious until, like, COVID happened and everybody started to get into fitness. I'm like, it's really money into this personal training. So you got to treat your business like a baby, like your baby. So, so personal training is what I do. That's what I love. I love helping people and helping people lose weight.
So is it any notable guys that you've trained, and I mean to get to where they are today, and who are those guys and where they play?
Well, I done trained mostly every kid in Baltimore when it come to football.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so every kid that you see still doing something in college or made it to the NFL, and they play football, they done trained with me before.
Yeah, I've heard of you. So, a couple more questions. So, is the the rosters in them different countries, are they equivalent to like the NFL roster in terms of how many? Is there a rule change? Is the rules different from American football? And because like similar to like Canada, you know, because I know they play with the 12-man and the motion thing.
So it's still 11-11.
Okay.
It's still 11-11, but the rules is you only can have 3 Americans on the team. So just think about that. If I'm telling you I get picked up every year and they only can have 3 Americans on the team, and I'm older now, I'm 32 years old. So they going after the guys that made it to the NFL, got cut, went to the D1 schools and got in trouble. That's who they going for first. So it's actually hard to get picked up to play overseas unless you know somebody. And that's another reason why I became an agent, to use my name to get people over there. I signed over 10 players to play overseas so far, and I've been an agent for 2 years now. And majority of them are from Baltimore.
Okay. So them guys that you use as your agent platform to get over there, do they like it? Are they enjoying their time over there?
They love it.
Really?
They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. Just sitting here in Baltimore, just waiting for a call to make it to the NFL, and you get to go overseas for free. They pay for your living situation. You get a car, you get a salary, you get 3 meals a day. It's like they treat you like a king over there.
Speaking of king, you said you wanted to go over to Brazil, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Brazil. Tell us, be honest, man. Be honest, man. Tell us why, you know what I mean, you trying to go over Brazil. And you said you wanted to retire over there.
Yeah.
So
I want to retire and go to Brazil and become like a GM, an owner, own my own team over there, be an offensive coordinator, be able to bring my guys over there and coach my guys. Yeah, but Brazil is beautiful, man. It reminds you of California. When I went to Cali, I went there for 2 years. I wound up staying there for 4 just because it was so beautiful, but it's expensive. So I would say I want to find somewhere that's like California, and I found Brazil. So I'm moving to Brazil because it's beautiful, and the food is amazing, man.
That's a technical answer, right? Yo, come on, yo. You said off air, you was like, bro, what's beautiful over there, bro? Come on.
The food and the beaches is beautiful, man.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, off air, he said the women are beautiful over there.
Man.
He said the women are beautiful over there. I bet. So that's a reason to go over there. But, man, look, we appreciate you on, man. Good luck, man.
Already,
Good
man.
luck,
Thank
man.
you. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, and we want you back soon, man. So, again, Malcolm Noodles Gasque, international football player, agent, and personal trainer. Shout out to our sponsors, Tone Drone Productions, Brainstream Media, Play It Again, Sports Timonium, and Mold Seafood. Tell us how you could be reached.
You can follow me on Instagram, Noodles_Shorty123, or follow me on Facebook, Malcolm Gasque, or Twitter, Noodle Shorty.
Give us the Twitter again.
Noodle Shorty.
Noodle Shorty. Okay. We'll be right back, y'all. Be right back.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divide through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.
Welcome, hey Tan. It's that welcome back Carter version. I don't hear that Mace version crap. All right, we ain't doing that no more. Hey, but we back. We have Omarr Smith, and we have namesake Omarr Smith Jr. 3A state, Maryland 3A state champions, Baltimore City College, man. And shoot, I want to thank Coach O for giving my blessing to come over there to coach football. I'll be over there next year with them guys, and I'm looking forward to shout out to Coach Joyner, and then I'm kind of looking forward to that, to get that ball rolling. But tell me, when did you guys fall in love with the game, and when did you like push that on your son for him to want to become the great athlete that he is today? So tell us a little bit about that.
It's kind of ironic. I fell in love with the game when I was about 5 years old. Mm-hmm. At that time, I was living in West Baltimore with my dad, like the White Lock area. So in the summertime, every night he would take me, he'd walk me around the reservoir and take me over Cloverdale at night when the court was empty and just let me shoot the ball. Mm-hmm. So I can, distinctively remember, 5 years old, just my dad always taking me to the court, and then when he went and played over Drill Park, he would take me along with him, mm-hmm. and it stuck with me. So, same thing kind of happened with Laurel. I was playing ball overseas in Germany at the time, when he was conceived, mm-hmm. and I decided to give it up a year later after he was born. And probably when he got about 5, and I was still, playing in all the pro-am leagues around the city, and just still playing competitively, just, staying in shape because, my passion for the game. Mm-hmm. When he got about 5, I remember one day I was going out the door. He was like, "Daddy, where you going?" So I was like, "I'm going to play ball. You want to go?" His mother kind of gave me that look like, "Oh, Lord." But,
yeah.
He went, and the rest is history.
Yeah, he fell right into that right hook, didn't he?
Yeah.
Right into it. So, Lil tell me a little bit about your first start playing, and where did you play Little League, and how did you fall in love with the game?
Like you said, I was going everywhere with him, watching him play. Watching him play, it was just made me fall in love with it. I started playing house league around that age of 5, playing at Chick Ware Brett. That's where I first started playing, and transitioning towards AAU. It was just something about basketball, like I fell in love with it at a young age and just stuck with it. Once I got to about like maybe 8, second grade I was playing the age up over my age group, but it wasn't like it was difficult to me. That's when I knew I had a real future in this. Okay. And then the next year I started playing my grade, and it was easy to me, and that's and I was having fun with it. That was the main thing for me. So that's when I knew I really wanted to pursue this maybe as a career.
Okay. So I saw you play, man. I only went to one game because I kept hearing about you, and I came to the game. I think y'all was playing. What's that team? Concordia. I was playing Concordia, man, and you just went off. And I said, Lord have mercy. I said, God damn. And they was like, Sad, you just finding out? I said, yeah, I knew, but I just ain't say it for myself. And I was like, good grief. I said, boy, he could play, man. So, Big O, just tell me, what makes this chip so special? Like, is it any different from last year, back to back? I mean, is this one more special than the last one, or talk to me?
Well, we actually won. I won my first one 2 years ago, and it was special because it was undefeated, and we were coming off a season where we were at the Final Four and leading the game going into the fourth quarter, and we just couldn't get it done. So we didn't give ourselves the opportunity to make it to the championship game. So the following year, that group was special because they had that mindset on what they wanted to do, and we ended up going undefeated and winning everything. So that's definitely special, but it's nothing like doing this one with my son. So this one, he transferred to City his junior year.
Right.
And we had some adversity last year, and we knew the pressure was on because we only had this year to get it done. It was something that we talked about.
Right.
We put the extra hours in behind closed doors. A lot, like I said, a lot of adversity and just, a lot of hard work, a lot of prayer went into it, but everything got to go your way. And then you need a little bit of luck to go along with it. And to make it even more challenging, we get all the way to the big dance and we go down 17, 18 points and we down 14 at the half. So everything about it was earned.
Right.
So, it's the way it happened, the way we manifested it, for us to talk about it, dream about it, pray on it, and for it to come true, it's one of the best feelings. So to have that memory with him that we can share for a passion for a sport that we both share,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's priceless.
But I really, and I'm not just saying this, man, but like I've watched your journey as a coach, and I really, really, really respect your journey as a coach because I saw you kind of pay your dues. I saw, or I can say who your mentor is, and you ain't even got to tell me, right? Shout out to Daryl Wade. But tell us a little bit about paying your dues, because I'm real big on that, right? Tell us about paying your dues and what you have to do, or what did you have to do to become the champ that you are today. Like, because I remember coaching spray painting helmets, going down Drill Park in the dark, walking kids back when Ben Washington would cut the lights off, So give me a little synopsis on what it is that you had to do to kind of pay your dues to be the coach that you are today.
Well, the first thing I had to do was listen.
Right.
I had to be open-minded enough to know I was being taught by a great, and then I had to, while he was still in motion, I had to soak up all the information and all the strategies and everything that he was trying to give to me. So I had to be receptive. It's similar to being a player. And the main thing he taught me, man, was it's about relationships. Like your wins and losses gonna come and go. You're gonna have them, but make sure you build the relationships. And I kind of held on to that, and I put that at the forefront. And for certain, man, a lot of tough losses. But I was able to hang my hat and hold my chin up, my chin high, my chest out, because I knew I was doing it the right way. I was putting forth the effort. It just wasn't my time. So when you speak about paying dues, everybody has their time, when it's their time to shine. And I took a lot of losses to Coach Tree, a lot of close losses to Coach Donnell, a few to Dunbar. It fueled me, though, and it taught me to try to learn, not to be bitter and angry because I lost to them. Why did I lose? What did I need to do different? Go back and study. So that was all a part of paying the dues, and along with, like I said, just keeping, building the relationships at the forefront, building a culture, and doing things the right way, because that's what those guys have done. Coach Tree and Coach Donnell have been doing it for years, for decades. Right. And they've built a culture. So I kind of watched, I learned not only from my mentor, but from my opponent. So just being open-minded and having the discipline to now perfect my coaching craft as the same way I did when I was playing.
Right.
You know, and that's why I think I've been, fortunate enough to transition from being successful as a player to now being successful as a coach.
It's tough, man. So, Lil O, tell me how it is to be playing for your dad, and don't, keep it 100. What is it like playing for your dad and winning your state title? And break it down for us. Tell us about that part.
I think it was a big difference for us personally between last year and this year. Last year, like you said, we faced a lot of adversity, but I think part of that was because it was an adjustment for us, trying to find that balance between father, son, player, and coach. So I think my junior year was a learning curve, not just for me, but for him too. And I think that's part of the reason why we were so successful in my senior year, because it wasn't, I would say I don't think it was as much back and forth. I think we were more on the same page and more locked in. More so because we knew we only had one more year to do it together. So being able to get to the state championship, getting all the way there, and even being down 18, like at halftime, it was like we weren't worried. Like it wasn't anything we hadn't seen before. We had a few games early on in the season where we would be down a lot, come back, and it wasn't like we hadn't seen adversity before, so we knew how to handle it. And in the second half, once we started rolling, it was easy. It was nothing else to be done.
So, like, kind of remind me, you two guys remind me of myself and my son. And I always used to tell Grunt when he played Little League, I said, yo, when we get in this car, football is over. Like, when we get in the car, don't ask me no questions about football. I'm not going to ask you any questions about football. I'm dad when we get in the car and we going home, and then that's that. So is that? Is it like that with you guys? Is it like that? And that's a question for both of you guys, right? So is it like that? Like when y'all get in the car, is it over, or do y'all do it carry on at home, or how y'all carry it?
No, I don't think our relationship would be the way it is if we was like that. Basketball has been a part of our lives forever, so it's not something we could just turn on and off. It's just always gonna be there.
Right. Big O, tell me about that.
Man, we just came from the gym, literally, and then we stop doing this, do that, do this the right way, practice good habits. So it just honestly, man, it doesn't get turned off. But as he's gotten older and matured, he's become more receptive.
Okay.
And I explained to him, I always value that father-son relationship over the basketball, over the player-coach relationship. So
Right.
now that he's old enough to understand and be receptive, he knows I know when to be dad. He knows when I need to push him. He knows why. It's a better understanding. So for us, it was about timing, and for me finding that balance, and then teaching him how to find balance.
Right.
with school, with his leisure,
Right.
even with his fun time with his guys. I told him, you got to have that. It can't be all basketball, all schoolwork, and no leisure. Like, you got to find that balance. Even as adults, we have to find that balance. Like,
Right.
we have to find some leisure time. So just trying to, putting them life lessons and life skills on them. So, and when it comes to the basketball, I did it already. So
Right.
I try to remind him, I'm a cheat sheet for you.
Right.
I was fortunate enough to do it on every level, and I know where he's trying to get to. But like my brother told him, there's only one man in this world that want to see him be better than him, and that's me.
That's right.
So I try to keep that in his ear. I thought that was some of the best advice he could ever get from someone close to him other than me. And we just try to, I know sometimes he don't like what I want to say, but I'm going to say it because I care. But he understands now that I care. So
Right.
Father-son relationship is great.
Yes.
The player-coach relationship is always a work in progress because
Right.
I'm always going to push. I'm always trying to help him reach his full potential. But, taking the time to explain that to him and making sure he's receptive to it and he understands it is a whole nother thing. Yeah. So, I mean, that's where we are. But I would say our relationship is great, man. And like I tell him, man, I'm where I always been. Right. I got your back. I'm right by your side. Whenever you need me, if you need me, then I try to show him that every chance I get and not just say it to him. So, if in that regard, you know, that's what we get.
Right. So, yeah, because I remember, telling my son that. And now, man, we get in the car. First question he asked me is about what's the first 2 steps in the inside zone. I said, well, damn, then we spending 40 minutes riding home talking about football. When I said early in life, I don't want to talk about football when we get in the car, man. But my segue, that's a great segue to my next question. And what do you think, hope that your players will take with them to be great men when they finish playing the game of basketball?
Man, just I always preach be intentional about what you're doing. Just be mindful of how you carry yourself, who you represent, because it's not just you. How other people are impacted by how how you carry yourself. But just doing things with good intention and doing it for the right reasons and having integrity. I've been fortunate enough to coach a bunch of good group of guys and young men, and the joy that I get is them coming back years later.
Yes.
Like the guys from 2 years ago.
Yep.
When the playoffs started, Coach O, we kind of practice. We coming. Of course, they call and they not asking. They telling me, Coach, we pulling up. We coming to practice, and they show up, and then the same words you preach to them. That you're preaching to your current team, and then those guys can come in and they know it's not scripted. They repeating the same things.
Right.
And they have moved on and been successful. So just the culture and carry on the tradition is, those are some of the best things, the best part of the culture.
So Lil O, what schools are you attending? What school are you attending? And what's the best part of your game? It's a 3-part question, right? So what school are you attending? What's the best part of your game? And what do you need to improve on? Or what do you think you need to improve on?
Next year I'll be attending New Mexico State University. I think the best part of my game, I don't think there's one part of my game I would say is the best. I think over time, the best thing about my game is how versatile I've been able to be as a player. That I can do pretty much anything on the court. I would say the part of the game I think I need to work on the most would probably be decision making, specifically in pick and roll situations. Just not even sometimes just the decisions being made. Just every level. What I've learned transitioning from middle school to high school and elementary to middle school, the game is just always speeding up. So as you go to the next level, your decisions got to be more crisp. Everything is a lot quicker. The game is played at a quicker pace, so everything just has to be moving quicker at a better pace. And also, I need to get in the weight room. I need to be a lot stronger to compete at the next level with the guys that's my size. So I know I'm already, in the weight room doing that. Over the summer, I'll be, in the weight room down there early lifting, so I'll be ready by the time the season comes.
Man, you articulate the game theoretically like a coach's son. I'm telling you. You the way you articulate the game, you could tell you seasoned as a high school player, like very seasoned. So, who's your favorite player? This question is for both of you guys because, we Jordan, right? Kobe. Who's your favorite player, Lil O?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant? Yeah. Wow. That's all he, man. What about you, Big O? Who's your favorite player?
Right now or overall?
Overall.
I was a small guard. I was a big Allen Iverson fan.
Okay.
Love AI.
Okay.
Just his grit, just his attitude, the energy he brought, the competitive nature. And he represented for the small guard, so
right.
Kind of hard for me not to say AI.
Right. So KG and AI. Well, we want to wrap it up, man. That's another episode. But tell us how you guys can be reached on your social media platforms. Like, how can you be reached?
My social media is Oskino. We also can be reached with City High School basketball page. Omar's Instagram is Omarr Smith _. Yeah, man, it's just been, getting a lot of love lately, which is good. I've been here before. He, with the championship, he hasn't. So to share and to get to see him and his teammates.
That's right. Because the first time he wasn't on the team.
Right.
He was still at Curly, right?
Yeah, but he was with us.
Okay.
He was with us at the game.
Okay.
And that's when people kind of start speculating that he might transfer. And,
right.
But like I said, man, just see him enjoying the fruits of his labor, and learning that hard work does pay off.
Right.
And you can overcome adversity. And now he's reaping the benefits. He'll be playing in Lethal Shooters All-Star Game Thursday. He'll be playing in the City All-Star Game Saturday.
Okay.
And then he'll be playing in the Capitol Classic April 26th in D.C. So
just
to see him get the opportunities and just like this, coming on the podcast, being able just to show his other side, that he's more than just a basketball player, that he's well-spoken.
Absolutely.
Try to, because playing basketball or playing sports is great, but I got to raise a man. So just try to make sure he's well-rounded. So getting these opportunities for him to, speak and people to get to see the other side of him, because people swear don't smile and don't and show no emotion. So I know my kid, but, sometimes you got to be on the platform to be able to be seen. So just grateful and thankful for the opportunities, man, and God's grace and mercy that, he gave us this time to share, because, you can live in your memories forever. So just trying to cherish them, because soon they be gone. So just trying to enjoy it while it lasts.
So where are those games going to be played and when?
The game on Thursday will be played at Bishop McNamara High School.
Okay.
The City All-Star Game will be held this Saturday at Poly High School. And I'm not sure about the venue for the Capitol Classic in D.C. I had to check, but that's April the 26th.
So what time is that game at Poly on Saturday?
The girls' game, I believe we have a girls' game, we have a skills challenge, so we have a dunk contest, a three-point contest.
Wow.
And then the boys' game may start maybe around 6, because we have to have time for the contest.
Okay.
And we kind of put it together with the ADs and the coaches. We all kind of chimed in.
That was my next question. So is this new?
It's new because this is the first. We usually play against the county.
Okay.
And this was the county decided to opt out this year, and then they had their own All-Star game between divisions.
Right.
So we kind of got caught last minute, but we wanted to make sure our kids had something. So we tried to mix it up and try to, the ADs got their thoughts together. They involved the coaches. Coaches chimed in. And we're actually going to do, it's like the NBA did a couple years ago. So Donnell Danzler Jr. from Emerson and Omarr will be picking their own team, picking their own teammates. So we just thought that kind of be like a fun little twist to it. Yeah. Omarr and DJ are good friends, so it should make it fun. So so we looking forward to it. So it should be a good event for the city. So we're trying to get people to come out this Saturday at Poly.
So is that a price? Tickets
are $5, same cost as the games during the regular season. Mm-hmm. I believe we're starting around 3:00. Like I said, it's a girls game, and we also have a dunk contest, a three-point shootout, and a skills challenge, and the boys game. So
how would they go about getting them tickets?
It should be a link. I would say probably either Friday night or Saturday. That'll go up, and we'll post it all across social media.
Okay.
They just started getting the flyers out and stuff today because all city teams came out today.
Okay.
So all of that stuff is kind of rolling out as the week goes along.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to promote it. We want to get a pretty good crowd. So send our seniors out with a bang.
Right. That's nice, man. That's nice, man. So are you gonna make a duplicate plaque to take to the school? So where that plaque going? Is it going to the school, or are you keeping that at the crib?
That's at the crib. They got the first one.
Yeah, okay.
The first one, the The first one at the school.
Yeah.
That second one,
Stand at the crib,
it
man.
kind of special to me. So yeah, that, gotta keep a close eye on that one
They're
at all
gonna make you make a
times.
duplicate out of it and put that thing. But shout out to our sponsors, man. Again, Tone Drone Productions, Brainstream Media, Play It Again Sports, Timonium, and famous Moe's Seafood. And we want to thank Coach O and Coach O Jr. for gracing us today, man. And congratulations on that 3A championship. And many, many more, man. People don't know we used to work together and used to talk about your accomplishments. So, to me, it's all fruition. You know what I mean? Because you talked it into existence. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've seen it before because you kind of talked about it. And then again, shout out to Coach Daryl Wade, man, your mentor. Because without him,
Absolutely.
that's your guy.
Always shout my guy out.
Yeah. And shout out to Noodles for gracing us with his presence and being an international. He said international player, agent, and personal trainer. He said he ain't local. Don't give him that tag. Ain't nothing local, but international. Right? But again, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Hey, Tan, make sure you get here in 2 weeks. And again, we got June the 7th, got the Big Uglies presents the 5-on-5 O-line competition. That's teams 12, and we're going to mix up the 13s and 14s together. June 7th, 10:30 to 2 p.m. at Cunyon Field, Edgewood. It's free of charge, but it's a team event. Don't come as no individuals, because I'm going to send you home. So if you come with a team or don't come at all, come with a team or don't come at all. But again, we're going to wrap it up. Again, shout out to Tone Drone Productions, Brainstream Media, Play It Again Sports, Timonium, and Moe's Seafood. See you in 2 weeks.